could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine, from pain it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands. Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine, from pain it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody.
What up, Finn fans? How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to another episode of the Finn Posse Podcast. I'm your host, Big C, and this is brought to you by Game Changers Media. How is everyone doing this lovely day? How is everyone doing this lovely day? Good morning. Another day, another dollar, another Dolphins video. Like I said, I can't wait till the season gets here. Obviously, we got a bunch of things to go through, and there's still steps to take to get to the season, but I can't wait. It is literally mind-numbing to come in here and talk about all the different possibilities, all the different things that could possibly happen, and 99.9% of them aren't going to happen. I mean, it's fun to a point, but at the same time, it is nerve-wracking. You would just like to get the ball rolling. Let's get going. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? Cap says 296 away from 1,000. Yeah, Cap. I'm pushing. I'm trying to get there. We need people to hit the like buttons. I'm getting an all right amount of views. You know what I mean? I'm not getting big number in views, but it's just that hitting that like button, man. People don't be hitting the like button. 84 in Virginia. Yeah, listen, I'm in my sunroom. I turned my sunroom into my podcast room, and there's windows on all sides. So I put a wall up here behind me. I have some more plans for the walls, but it is warm in here. It is warm in here. Buffalo played all hard teams at home. Bullshit. Let's say hello to people. Shake, Shanora. Shake it all about. What up, Shake? Good morning, Craig, Michael, Glenn, Kosa, Jose. Elwood, Bonnie, good morning. Cap, Edward, Aqua, good morning. And Shake, good morning. Now, Cap, I don't know a lot about this, but Cap, once I get to 3,000 viewers or 3,000 watch hours and I have 500 viewers or 500 subscribers, I can get partial monetized, right? Where I can have people can send me super chats and I can create like what's it called? I can create like a special grouping where, you know what I mean? A membership. Is that true or no? Wakey, eggs and bakey. What up? What up, Grandizer? What up? Costa Nostra, what up? Baseball question. You think baseball or basketball? Isn't the Jazz a basketball team? You talking about the Utah Jazz? What's the baseball team, Jazz? But anyway, today we're going to take a look at what the starting lineups for the Miami Dolphins are going to be at this moment. Hey, Grandizer, I should reach 3,000 watch hours like midway through May. Jazz from the Yankees. Oh. I don't watch a lot of baseball anymore, to be honest. I don't watch baseball anymore. There's just too many freaking games, bro. I haven't watched baseball really since A-Rod probably retired. Now I got the baseball game. I got the show 2024 that I play. But as far as I'm the wrong guy to ask about baseball, brother. Like I said, when I was a kid, I followed baseball pretty good. Like I was a big fan. I was a big Junior fan. Ken Griffey was my all-time favorite player. I was a Mariners fan. But there's just too many games in baseball. 162 games. Like an individual game means nothing. Means nothing until you get down towards the end and you're chasing a pennant. You know what I mean? So I'm not a baseball guy. I couldn't tell you nothing about it. I mean, I know the game, obviously. I've been to the Hall of Fame numerous times. I actually went to the Baseball Hall of Fame the year that Sosa and McGuire were chasing the home run record. I think it was 1998. We were up there. They had a big display for that, which was really cool. I've gone camping in Cooperstown many times. It's a real nice area to go camping. They got nice little cabins and stuff out there. I want to say I'm like 2 hours away from Cooperstown. Maybe 2.5. But today we're going to take a look at the Miami Dolphins starting lineups if the season started today. Obviously, we're going to add more pieces. But, you know, putting it on screen, taking a look at it, it gives you a real idea of what the strengths are of this team, what the lineups are going to look like, what the formations could look like. So I wanted to do that, take a look at that. And again, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. And if you guys got any ideas for videos, let me know. Because like I said, you know, coming into the draft, we could talk about the draft. You know what I mean? We could talk, we could do mock draft after mock draft, you know, and now we could talk about possible guys the Miami Dolphins could bring in free agency. Well, we kind of did that yesterday. I mean, we just kind of be repeating each other ourselves, you know what I mean? So the content is it gets very repetitive. Scotty says, I love early depth charts. I watch them change as the offseason progresses. Yeah, Scotty, it's a good way to you can say, well, our strength is linebacker, our strength is defensive line, our strength is, you know what I mean? But it is nice to look at it and see the players on the field. You know what I mean? The positions on the field. You think if Isaiah Bond can get his off the field troubles cleared up, any chance we can pick him up? Low risk, high reward. That guy can really help this receiving core out. Did he go undrafted, Sackman? Upstate near Canada? No, I'm not that far. If I'm right on the border of Pennsylvania. Let me see if I can show you real quick. So this is New York State. I'm like right here. Like right here. Oh, not there. This is New York State. I'm like right here. He's still not signed. Bond is going to jail. What did he do? Not too far away from Salamanca, Cosa Nostra. Not too far. A lot of people around here go up to Salamanca for cigarettes. A lot of people go to Salamanca to the Indian reservation for cigarettes. I mean, Isaiah Bond, I mean, he's obviously got talent, and yeah, I mean, but do we need that type of player here? We're already dealing with that with Tyreek Hill. Everybody begging for Tyreek Hill to get out of town. I mean, do we need another player that is in trouble, is dealing with shenanigans? You know what I mean? Are we trying to trade? Are we trying to change the? Are we trying to change the atmosphere here in Miami? Sexual assault case. Oh man. Great inexpensive flowers in Salamanca. You know, Cosa Nostra, I know some people that go up there and have bought bud. And mine's better. Yeah, I didn't know he had a sexual assault case. Let's take a second. Let's talk about Shannon Sharpe, man. I know this is a Miami Dolphins channel, but I mean, it's a sports channel. Shannon Sharpe. This guy was on the he was like, if you could name one sports personality that was, flying up the charts as far as popularity, as far as money making, Shannon Sharpe was on this trajectory to the moon. Shannon Sharpe was on trajectory to the moon. And for him to partake in what he partook in, listen, I feel no remorse for Shannon Sharpe, the position he put himself in, and a lot of people slam Shannon for being 50 some years old and sleeping with a 21-year-old girl, this, that, and the third. I can't pick someone's sexual partners. You know what I mean? I know if I was 50, 60 years old, I probably wouldn't want to sleep with a 60-year-old woman. I'd probably rather sleep with a 25-year-old woman, a hot woman. You know what I mean? But the situations he put himself in, you asked for that, especially after you had Cat Williams on your show. Cat Williams put a lot of dirt out there on a lot of celebrities, and you didn't. Yeah, Cat Williams warned you, bro, and you still sat there and didn't listen. What did you expect this girl gonna do? She wasn't in love with you for your looks. She wasn't in love with you for your personality. She was looking for her opportunity and you gave her the ammo. You gave her the ammo. You gave her the ammo. You gave this little white girl the ammo that she needed to extort you. You gave her all the ammo she needed. She recorded phone conversations of you saying you're going to choke her. A big black guy going to choke a little white girl in public. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You think she wasn't going to record that? You think she wasn't going to report that? Shannon said, I want to date my wage, not my age. Listen, I have no problem with him, consenting adults. What I think he would like to try to keep it a little bit older. Yeah. Listen, there's super hot girls out there. And sorry, Bonnie, this is kind of a guy. So, you know what I mean? There's super hot girls out there that are 25. There's super hot girls out there that are 30. You didn't have to push the envelope by 20, 18-year-old girls that aren't mature enough in the head. At least get a woman that has had the opportunity to grow up a little bit. 18, 19, 20, these girls are still children. You know what I mean? Glenn says 56 years old. I would sleep with a 21-year-old if my life wouldn't kill me. Glenn. She's an OnlyFans star. She's recording everything. Laughing. Yeah, Scotty. This was her break. And listen, she going for it. She going for it too, bro. She going for it. Because they've offered her 10 million and she turned that down. Bill Belichick pulled it up. Yeah, listen. Good for Bill Belichick. But Bill Belichick's probably not, Bill Belichick's not an opposing figure. If anything, they probably feel like this girl's taking advantage of Bill Belichick. They know that you think she loves his old wrinkly body climbing on top of her? Like, come on. Oh, Scotty, she got video, she got everything. And then he's into some weird stuff. He want that black white thing, like, oh, I want your big black baby in me. Give me your big black juice. What? Come on, bro. Bro, you had it. You had the world in the palm of your hand. Glenn, Shannon Sharp was saying some stuff he was dating this OnlyFans model. She's 20 years old. He talking about choking her. He threatening her. He doing some racial, sexual stuff with her where he's the black man and she's a little white girl, or he's a slave and she's, I don't know, but he threatened her. She says that he sexually assaulted her. It's not looking very good on tape. Like, he was forcing her to do stuff, and you know what I mean? But you had the world in the palm of your hands, and you're gonna, you know what I mean? And you had Cat Williams on your show, and he told you to stay away from them white women. He's like, I love white women. They're beautiful. They're this, they're that. But I know what a white woman can do to me. Oh yeah, Miller. It's less likely, but there's definitely the young dudes that will with the old ladies. You know what I mean? It's a business agreement. Oh, Bonnie, no. I'm sure, you know what I mean? Actually, there's been other reports of stuff with Shannon doing some weird stuff with girls, younger girls. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He too much. He doing too much. You let your feelings and emotions get caught up into the fact that you're threatening this girl. And listen, there's a million other girls that look like this girl. Even I didn't even think she was all that, to be honest. I mean, is she pretty? Yeah. She got a nice, decent little body? Yeah. But I didn't think the girl was all that. Cat has been calling out the secret truth for decades. It's crazy how rights he has on everything. Listen, because things aren't secret. Things aren't secret. People just don't tell on each other like that. Look at the P. Diddy stuff. Look at the P. Diddy stuff with, that he probably sexually molested Usher and Justin Bieber. And you know what I mean? Like, these guys are weird. These guys are weird. They've gotten so many girls that eventually it turns into some other stuff. Like, they can't get their jollies off by just doing regular sexual activities. They got to do some extreme stuff. They got to do extreme stuff. Sugar mama, she pay for you to have a nice life in Miami with box season tickets for the Fins. Sell your soul. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Listen, I'll give Stephen Ross a hand job right now. Let me stop. I apologize for that one. There's no party like a P. Diddy party. Yeah. What I can't fathom is what grown-ass man puts himself in a predicament with the given funds he has. NDAs are common practice in his line of work, like Dennis Rodman was smart. Yeah, I mean, he should have been better. But yeah, let's get to the depth chart. We're getting off topic. So let's take a look at this Miami Dolphins depth chart. We'll take a look at the offense first. Let me see. Pull it up. We'll share it. All right, let's take a look. Oh, this is all right, let's take a look at the offense. This is personnel, 3 wide receivers. They got Waddle outside. They got Westbrook, Ikine on the outside. Let's take a look at Ikine. His offensive grade last year was 63.4, receiving grade 63.7. Let's see. 2024 snaps. Passing snaps, he had 469. 303 rushing snaps. Where's the more in-depth stats? Sorry, this is different than what it is on my phone. I hate that because I had it on lockdown on my phone. Son of a... Oh, my God. Sorry, folks. Hate this shit. I hate myself for loving you. Can't break free from the things that I do. Okay. Share screen again. Obviously, I can't hit that button. Obviously, I can't hit that button. All right, so we had Nick Westbrook and Keenan, 63.4 grade. Over here, we got tight end. We got Janu, offensive grade, 78.2. So very good grade. Offensive, our receiving grade, he had 84.0. Run block grade, 40.5. So we need a better run blocker. I mean, we got Hill on the team. We got who else we got on the team still? I really like the undrafted rookie, Jalen Conyers. I think he could step in and be another good receiving threat. Right tackle, we got Jackson, who he suffered some injuries last year. His offensive grade was only 60. Pass block grade 60. Run block 64. Hopefully he comes back healthy this season. Right here, I think Daniels is going to obviously play the left guard. He ain't going to be at right guard. But last year, before his injury, he was the top rated guard in all of football. He had an offensive grade of 92.9. Pass rush, not that great, 66.5. But again, he'll be good enough in passing downs. That run blocking grade, that's what's huge. 92.5. 92.5. So if James Daniels can come back healthy, that's huge for this team. James Daniels will be a huge, huge addition for this offense. Yeah, Brewer at the center position, offensive grade 73.3, pass block grade 70.2. He's better in the run too, 73.8. He's solid. He had a very good year for us last year. I'm happy with that. Again, Jonah's going to play the right side. He's going to play next to Austin Jackson. I fully expect Jonah to beat out Liam Eichenberg. I think he has a very successful rookie season. Very happy with this pick. 6'5", 336 pounds. He's going to be phenomenal for us. Love that. So we definitely upgraded the offensive line. And that's what we went into the offseason hoping for. And then the left tackle, Patrick Paul. Not a lot of snaps last year. Not a lot of snaps. He didn't get a whole lot of playing time, but in the time that he did play, he wasn't great. Only 337 snaps. He had an offensive grade of 44.9, which was 78th out of 81 total tackles. Pass rush, pass block, he was 68th out of 80. And the run block, he was 41st or 41 grade. So he didn't have a very promising rookie season. But he is a student. He is a worker. He's a huge human being. I believe he's going to be better this year. I think he'll be fine. And if he's not, maybe Jonah gets pushed out to the tackle position. Maybe. If he struggles a lot, maybe Jonah's pushed out there. That's why I would have liked us to grab another guard. I would like us to still grab another guard. Tyreek, we know he had a down year last year. He was obviously dealing with the wrist issue all season. With Tua being out, he really struggled. He had a 72.7 offensive grade, which was 44th out of 133. He had a 77.3 receiving grade, 27th out of 125 receivers. I think Tyreek will have a bounce back season as long as Tua's there. With this revamped offensive line, it should help the deep passing game. I think the revamped offensive line helps us all the way around. Jalen Waddle, 72.1 offensive grade last year, 47th, 71.5 receiving, 52nd out of 125. Again, with Tua being out, it affected everybody. With the lack of the offensive line and us not being able to run the ball, it affected the receivers. I have total confidence that we'll be able to get back into the groove of things as long as Tua can stay healthy and our offensive line can stay healthy. Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa, he missed 6 games last year. Obviously, we go into the season every year with injury concerns, the worries. When he did play, offensive grade was 28th out of 42 quarterbacks, 70.2. Passer grade, 70.2, was 25th out of 41 quarterbacks. And at halfback, Devon Achane. Achane had a pretty decent year considering with the lack of offensive line. Offensive grade, he had an 81.6. He was 13th, ranked 13th. Run grade, 82.8, which was 12th. Receiving grade, 80.6, which was 7th. He caught a lot of passes out the backfield. Good run grade. This offensive line is going to only open things up more for Devon. I think Devon has an even better season this year. I'm very excited to see what Devon can do. You add Ollie Gordon, the second or the third, whatever he is, for that short yardage back. I like how the offense is looking. Now, I would love to add another guard for depth, but I'm pretty happy about the way the offense is looking. I'd maybe like to add another tight end at depth too. Let's hope that Ewers can be like the next Purdy or better. What's your confidence level? 1 to 10, 10 being the highest confidence. What's your confidence level with this offense if Tua can stay healthy? 1 through 10. Let me see it in the chat. What's your confidence level with the offense if Tua can stay healthy? Luis says 10. Michael says 5. Dang, that's kind of low. Grand Eyes are 10. Tua will have more time and more weapons. Timothy says 8. Miller says 6. Too many slot wide receivers. I mean, Miller, I understand what you're saying. We don't have a lot of big wide receivers out there. I do think the undrafted free agent Armstrong, I think he has an opportunity to make this team and be someone that can make a contribution to this team. Bonnie says 10. I'm going to say an 8.5. I'm going to go 8.5. I think this offense will be very similar to the one we ran in 2023. In 2023, we were the number 1 offense in all of football. I think it's going to hurt not having Mostert. A healthy Mostert was a very good player for us. I like that 1-2 combo with him and Achane. So I don't know if this offense will be quite as good, but I think our offensive line is going to be a million times better. I think Tyreek and Waddle and Hill. I mean, Tyreek, Waddle, and Hill. I think Tyreek, Tua, and Waddle will be on the same page. Jonnu, another year. I like this offense. I do like this offense. If they can stay healthy, I have a confidence level that we'll be a top 10 offense, easily a top 10 offense. I think we have the capabilities to be in a top 5 offense. We're going to score. We'll score a lot of points. We'll score a bunch of points. We'll score a bunch of points. Now, with a makeshift offensive line last year, when Tua played, we averaged around 25 points a game. Big C, fair enough. The next question is, for those who give it a grade less than an 8, then what needs to be done grade to be higher? So Grandizer wants to know, for everybody that said less than an 8, what does this team need to do for you to put them over the top? What's this team got to do for you to put it over the top if you gave it less than an 8? You know, with Eichenberg, maybe with Eichenberg, not if we don't suffer any injuries along the offensive line, maybe he can start practicing just at left guard or strictly at right guard, not have to move over a bunch of places. And maybe Eichenberg can turn into a reliable backup. I mean, he's not really been given a fair shake. Let's be real. You know, they put him at left guard. Oh, well, we need you to play right guard. Oh, well, we need you to play center now. So he really hasn't had an opportunity to settle in the one position. Line and quarterback trash. And this is assuming everyone on the offense is not injured. Miller says, me personally, I would like us to get a real outside one-on-one wide receiver and not rely on undrafted free agents and speed, sizes, everything. And don't sleep on Ali, depending on matchup. He can kill defensive game plans. I do like the Ali pick. I do like the Ali pick. Maybe I don't think it's likely, but maybe we add another wide receiver. Maybe you go add a Keaton Allen or something, a wide receiver that has a little size. But this offense, I don't think this offense is going to be the problem. Win the trench war, protect Tua, and pressure Mahomes. I think this offense will be fine. I think it's all about the defense. I did see a Grandizer. Listen, Ali came into last season as one of the top backs in all of college football. Just the rest of the Oklahoma State was not very good. If it wasn't for Ali Gordon, the rest of the offense wasn't doing anything. So defenses were able to zone in on him, and he struggled. He struggled. Scotty says the offense, if healthy, is going to score. I agree. I would not be surprised for to see us average 28 to 31 points a game. And the secondary will be our problem. I agree. Armstrong, number 1 wide receiver and SEC. Armstrong is going to make this team, and he will make plays for this starting. He will make plays on this team. And we do need one more depth piece along the line. But other than that, I like how our offense is looking. I like this offense. I like this offense. So let's take a look at the defense. Let's take a look at the defense. Well, let's look at what we're. That's a 3 wide receiver personnel. This is 2 running back personnel with Ingold as a fullback. You got Hill out here who is ranked 37.2. You got Waddle and Hill on the outside. And then this is a 2 tight end set. I'd like to see an upgrade for Hill. We need an upgrade for Hill. I'm not a fan of Hill. I know they say he's a decent blocker and stuff, but too many penalties, too many drop passes. I am not a fan of Hill. But let's take a look at this defense. Let's take a look at this defense. This is the defense in a nickel. Right now, we got Storm Duck on the outside. That is a problem. Right off the bat, we're starting off. That's a problem. Listen, Storm Duck, I think he can turn into a decent depth piece. But as far as a starter, I don't know about that. His defensive grade last year was 55.5, which was 96th out of 116 corners. Coverage grade 54.8, 79, 97th out of 116 corners. Run defense was 56.8. We're going to have to find an upgrade for that. Let's take a look more in depth at Storm Duck. Take a I want to take a more in-depth look at Storm Duck real quick. All right, Storm Duck. Played 359 snaps last year, 24 solo tackles, no interceptions, 1 total pressure, 24 receptions allowed. He had 12 stops, no sacks, 9 missed tackles. His passer rating that he gave up was 104, which was 62nd out of 115. Yards per reception, he gave up over 10. Passes broken up. He only broke up 1 pass. 24 receptions allowed, like I said. Yeah, we're going to have to upgrade Storm Duck. We're going to have to upgrade him. Going to have to upgrade Storm Duck. All right, let's go back. Stay with the secondary. Got a Fitu Melifanu, defensive grade 54.5, pass rush grade 60.5, coverage 58.4. Not a lot of snaps last year. He's always dealing with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy. So I would like to still see us bringing a veteran there. Our main problem on this team is the defensive side of the ball, and specifically the defensive backfield. Now you got Ashton Davis, who grades out pretty decent. Defensive upgrade 71.1, pass rush 50.4, but his coverage grade is 67.8. What he had 261 snaps. Let's take a more in-depth look at Ashton Davis. No. Take a more in-depth look at Ashton Davis. All right, let's take a look. He had 23 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, was 23rd out of 171 safeties. 3 pressures, 17 receptions allowed, 23 solo tackles, 6 assisted, only 3 missed tackles. Again, the 2 interceptions. Passer rating allowed, only 78.7. Yards per reception, 9.3. Total pressures, 5. Receptions allowed, 17. Ashton Davis, he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. Again, I'd love to see us add a veteran like Justin Simmons or someone of that magnitude. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ashton did play better than Ashton did play better than Javon last year, in my opinion. In my opinion, Ashton played better than Javon Holland. And I think he definitely played better than Poyer. He definitely played better than Poyer. So I think he's an upgrade over both. I don't think Davis is necessarily more talented than Poyer, but I think than Howland, but I think he played better than Howland. He gave more of an effort than Howland. That's for damn sure. He's a young kid that's still hungry. You know what I mean? He's hungry. And he hasn't gotten that big payday yet. And then we go over to the other corner. Listen, Cam Smith, this guy's a bust. An absolute bust. This guy was a 2nd-round pick. What's this, year 3? Is this year 3? And you're not doing nothing? Nothing. Defensive grade, 33.6. Pass rush grade, 60. Coverage grade, 30. You're not even really seeing the field. Like, what's going on? This kid's a bust. If Cam Smith is starting with us at the beginning of the year, this team's in trouble. Now, if you get past the secondary, I like the meat and potatoes of this defense. We bring Dotson back. He's going to play next to Jordan Brooks. Dotson has a defensive grade of 67.3. Run defense, he's not that great against the run, 47. Pass rush defense grade, 56.4. He's better in coverage. But I like Dotson. I like the addition of Willie Gay. KJ Britt from the more depth with KJ Britt we signed from the Bucks. And then we got Jordan Brooks. Defensive grade 71.3. Run defense 83. Pass rush grade 77.5. I like Jordan Brooks a lot. He had 104 solo tackles last year, 38 assisted, 3 sacks, only 17 missed tackles. He gave up a 115 passer rating, which was 37th out of all the linebackers. He had 20 total pressures. He played 1,039 snaps, 569 in coverage. He only rushed the quarterback 79 times, but had 20 pressures and 3 sacks. Listen, Jordan Brooks is probably the best linebacker we've had on this team since Carlos Dansby. Jordan Brooks, I like Jordan Brooks a lot. I think he was a steal pickup for us. Jordan Brooks, listen, I am very happy with Jordan Brooks in the middle of this defense. Like I said, I think he's the best linebacker we've had there since Carlos Dansby. Slot corner, we got Kader Kohu, who had a decent year last year, 64.5. Pass rush grade 49. But coverage was pretty good, 68.3 or 68.9. He's got to get better at missed tackles. Way too many missed tackles. But I feel comfortable with Kader at the slot. And we got Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb missed all last year. But the year before that, he was having a really good season. What he looks like this year, man, who knows? But if he can come back and play at the level that he was playing in 2023, we should be able to get pressure on the quarterback. We should be able to get some pressure on the quarterback. At the other end, we got Chop Robinson. I would say that he had a successful rookie year. I think he finished 5th in the defensive rookie of the year voting. Started out slow. He's got to get better against the run. But I think in the last 5-6 games of the season, he really started to hit his stride as far as getting after the quarterback. Last year, Chop had 13 solo tackles, 5 assisted, 7 sacks, 44 hurries, which was 12th among all outside linebackers, defensive ends, 7 quarterback hits, 56 total pressures. So he was getting there a lot more often than he was actually coming up with the sack. So he was putting pressure. He only played 565 snaps. 78 grade at pass rush, though. Almost 79. I think Chop has the potential to be a superstar in this league. I would not be surprised if he registered 12 sacks this year. I like Chop Robinson. Now, in this particular defense, shit. Damn it. Push the wrong dang button. Damn it all the hell. Sorry, folks. Push the wrong dang button. Push the wrong freaking button. All right, here we go. In this particular defense, nickel personnel. They got Jalen at the edge. Jalen didn't play only a couple games last year. He came back. I felt like he came back a little bit too early from his injury. Got hurt again. I don't know if he's going to be there at the start of the season, hopefully. His grades last year, 66.1 defensive grade, 67.5 a run defensive grade, and pass rush he had 65.2. I mean, you could tell he wasn't fully healthy when he was back last year. He was on a limited snap count. Hopefully he comes back fully healthy this year. If he can have a season like he was having in 2023, again, I feel very comfortable with our edges. Him and Chop, Bradley Chubb rushing, getting after the quarterback. I feel very comfortable with that. I think that's a strength of our team. I feel like that's a strength of our team. You got Kenneth Grant. You got Jordan Phillips, who they're gonna mandate you put two guys on them. So that's gonna free up people to get to the quarterback. I think our defensive tackles are gonna help our pass rush so much. I really do. I think the pass rush is gonna be aided by the two monsters that we got in the middle. And in this one, we got defensive tackle Zach Sealer. Zach Sealer, fantastic year last year. 78.9. He was 9th out of all defensive linemen. Run defense grade 70, 15th out of all defensive linemen. Pass rush 71.5. 22nd out of all defensive linemen. Zach Sealer had 25 solo tackles, 19 assisted, 29 hurries, which was 16th in the NFL. 6 quarterback hits, 46 total pressures, which was 14th. He played 740 total snaps, 268 against the run, 471 against the pass. He had 11 sacks, which was second among all defensive tackles, and 1 forced fumble. Zach Sealer's a monster down there. He's going to help these young kids get better. I like Zach Sealer. And this is a nickel defense. Let's take a look at a base defense, the base defense for us. Now, everything's pretty much the same, except down low, you got Sealer right here on the defensive line. Then you got Grant in the middle. And right here, they got Benito Jones in. Now, I'm hoping that instead of Benito Jones, it ends up being Jordan Phillips. But this defense doesn't have Bradley Chubb on the field. It's got Phillips, or it doesn't got Chop on the field, which I think is a mistake. I think you have Chop on the field instead of Bradley Chubb. Or is it possible to have Bradley Chubb over here where Jones is and put Chop over here? But that's what the defense looks like right now. Again, we need help in the secondary. We need help in the secondary. Grant quote, 3 tech, you don't get that double teams. I love 2 tech or 3 tech. So again, we need help in the secondary. I'm hearing we could trade Jalen Ramsey straight up for a player. Maybe we trade Jalen Ramsey to the Green Bay Packers for Jair Alexander. Maybe that's an option. But we do have some holes on this defense. If we can figure out some competent corners, I think this team can be pretty good this year. Do I think they're Super Bowl contenders? Not necessarily, but Glenn says I think Ramsey will be traded to it for Alexander. I think I like that. I like that. They both get rid of their headaches, yet there isn't a downgrade really. Now, if Jair Alexander stays healthy, I actually like Jair better than I do Jalen Ramsey. If Jair Alexander can stay healthy, I like him better than I do Jalen Ramsey. And please don't attack me for that. That's just my personal preference. I've watched Jalen Ramsey get beat so many times by players that shouldn't be beating him. I've seen Jalen Ramsey give up too many just plays that shouldn't have been given up. Scotty says our needs in priority are cornerback, safety, offensive guard, wide receiver. That's my opinion. The only ones I'd switch on that, Scotty, is I'd change the guard with the safety because we're one injury away from Liam Eichenberg's starting on this offensive line. I agree. Trading Ramsey for a cornerback may be our best option. Maybe we use the extra third rounder that we picked up in the trade in the draft to go out and grab somebody. You can't count on a cornerback that was drafted in the 6th round. You can't count on him to come in and start. We couldn't even count on a corner that was drafted in the 2nd round to come in and start. You guys are talking about a 6th round pick coming in and starting. That's why we had them big discussions about drafting Will Johnson over Kenneth Grant over the defensive tackles in the 1st round, because after the 1st round, it's very hard to get a starting caliber corner in the draft. If you're not getting a 1st round pick, one of the top corners in the draft, chances are they're going to struggle to come in and start. I wouldn't put my eggs in the basket of Jason Maxwell. My unpopular opinion would actually trade Ramsey for a conditional 26 pick. I really want to load up. I know it'll impact this season, and that's a tough pill to swallow. I just don't know how much they're really going to give us in trade value. You know what I mean? Is a extra 5th or extra 4th really? You know what I mean? I'd rather take the player at that point. Yeah, I agree, Glenn, that it was good. It was a smart choice not to take him in the 1st. Now, if we didn't trade up in the 2nd, well, I went. No, in the 2nd, we needed the guard. We needed the guard in the 2nd. Who are you talking about? Anthony Maxwell? Jason Marshall? I mean, Scotty, that's what you like. No one can bash you for your thoughts. You know what I mean? If that's what you think's what's best for the team, you know what I mean? Listen, we're not always going to all agree. We're not always going to, you know what I mean? But no one can't tell you that your thoughts are, I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, if we don't think that we can really compete and have an opportunity to really win this year, then yeah, it does kind of make sense to build up for next year's draft. And at this moment right now with our cornerback room, the looking the way it is, you can't really say that we can be contenders. Yeah, I mean that's a nice amount of picks. And we got the Raiders' third round pick, right, Scotty? That's what we got, their third round. So in reality, that should be like what pick? If the Raiders don't have a good season, that should be a pick that's in the late 60s, early 70s, right? Timothy, I'm looking for the battles at corner. I'm looking at the battles for corner. This position's wide open. Was it Houston? I thought we traded with the Raiders. What up, Crazy Dolphin? I'm interested to see the battle between the corners. Can someone go out there and win this job? Can Storm Duck come out there and if I was Storm Duck, I'd be working right now. This is your opportunity. You guys got golden opportunities in front of you right now to go out and win a job, a starting job in the NFL. You guys got golden opportunities. I'd be working my ass off right now. I'd be calling everybody and anybody in to help me get better. Artie Burns ain't doing nothing. Yeah, but Elwood, the chances that a top-notch secondary players become available, and obviously the Miami Dolphins aren't willing to go out and spend big dollars on players. Grandizer, I agree. I'm interested to see that camp battle at cornerback. I'm pumped to see it. But let's make sure we hit that like button, please. Please, if you're listening to this, watching this, don't just put it off to the side and not do it. Listen, this is the only way I can grow. It's the only way I can make this show better. I want to listen, I got big plans for this room. Like, I want to bring the presentation. I want to make this presentation phenomenal for you guys. I want to do really big things. You know, even during the season, Mondays, I'm going to bite the bullet and get the copy. I'll take the copyright charge on the video, but I'm going to show highlights on this channel. I'm going to show the Sunday's games highlights on this channel. I don't care about YouTube hit me with the copyright charge for that video. I don't care that I won't get paid for that video. I'm going to show you guys highlights of all the NFL games, and that's just the way it is. But I want to get the presentation on point. I want to move away from so much of the memorabilia in the background and get a sleek, modern look that still screams Dolphins, but it looks superficial cool. You know what I mean? We can't make any moves until we know the Ramsey impact. Yeah, I mean, and hopefully we wait till June 1st. Yeah, I would have been upset if we took either of those players in the first round. Hell yeah. Seven and 10 next year. Cliff, I think we can be better than that. It depends what we do at corner, though. Grandizer, I've reached out to so many people. I've reached out to Thor Griffin. I've reached out to Armstrong. Listen, they don't open their social medias. You know what I mean? PFF has projected Miami drafting at 15, offering 84 million third. Listen, they're not even opening the messages, Grandizer. I'm trying. You said 12 and 5 to 5 and 12, that range. Yeah, I mean it's hard to try to do record predictions at this point. There's still a lot we still got a long way to go before the start of the season. A lot of things could happen. You know what I mean? A lot of things could happen. A player might become available that we didn't think would become available. Who knows? Big C, you are a cool dude. I try, brother. I try. I can't wait till May 14th or May 12th. The schedule comes out. I can let y'all know when I'll be down there. I'm not going to show NFL games, Anthony. I'm going to show the highlights. And hopefully I do get monetized by then. I'm 200 and some subscribers away from being fully monetized. But I think once I have 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers, I can get memberships and super chats and that type of stuff. I appreciate it, Crazy Dolphin. I'm trying. What up, Dolphin Don? It takes 1,000 subs to become fully monetized, I think. Yeah, hit that like button for me, please. I know it's a pain in the butt to back out, hit the like button, do this, do that, but it really does mean the world to us. Please help me out. Please help us grow. Again, I just want to keep doing giveaways. I want to have great times with y'all. I want to make the experience better for you all. I'm trying to learn new things each and every day. I'm trying to bring the stats and show the stuff on the screen. I'm not computer literate like that. So this is all a learning process to me. I will get better. It will get smoother. And, like I said, this product, everybody else has had 5-6 years of doing this. Doug, TD, you know what I mean? They've all been doing it a very long time. I've watched some of their young videos. They weren't all that. So just be patient. I'll get it there. And we'll have a great time on this channel. But make sure you hit that like button. I'm going to bounce out for today. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hit that like button. I'll see y'all down the road. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. If you have an idea for a show, hit me up. Let me know. And you know what it is. Fins up to the day we die. Love y'all. Peace out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High my ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing